In this video, we're going to be talking about one big mistake. This mistake is so bad and I see so many people make it, it's actually concerning. And it's led me to make this video. This mistake is so big that this video can change the entire way that you interpret the Hunter Call of the Wild. It could change your gameplay in literally a couple of minutes of me talking to you and running around here in Hirschfelden. So without further ado, my friends, buckle up. Today is going to be a very important video. Definitely stay until the end, as you're not going to want to miss out on anything that I have to say. Without further ado, guys, my name is Squid. You're watching Squidster Outdoors. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alrighty, folks, well, you're probably wondering, what in the world is this mistake that your boy Squid is talking about here? Well, my friends, this mistake is so important that it can and very well will ruin your hunt. Believe me, I've seen people have their hunts ruined, the game in general ruined by making this mistake. And what is the mistake? You're not going to believe this, but it's grinding. Now, don't click off. Wait, give me just a minute to explain. You're probably wondering, what in the world, Squid? You have 26 great ones. Why would grinding be the mistake? But it's not grinding that's the mistake alone. It's when and how much you're grinding. Better yet, how early off you're grinding. And I'm going to teach you how to fix this mistake and never make this mistake again in your entire Call of the Wild career. Whether you just started yesterday or you've been playing for 8 years like myself, this video will assure you that you will not make this mistake. Now, this mistake can be made in several different ways. We're going to start from the beginning for our very, very beginner players. If you're just starting off in the Hunter Call of the Wild, you go scrolling through YouTube, 99% of the time, what you're gonna see is Great One content. And that's simply because Great One content does good for us YouTubers. You know, it gets good views. We like Great One grinding. Holy animals here in Hirschfelden right now. Grinding is fun. It's what does best at our live streams, and you know, most people who grind and understand it are pretty dang happy with it. But as a beginner player, especially if you're under the level of 30, grinding is a big challenge, and not even a big challenge. It's dang near impossible, man. Without skills and perks like sight spotting, for example, or recoil management, or without good scopes, good guns, lots of ammo, lots of tents and tripods, grinding is a very, very difficult thing to do. And when people get into the game and they go look at videos on the YouTube community, the first thing that they see is grinding. And this can be a very, very discouraging thing because the beginner player would try to get into grinding and realize that they're going to need to dedicate a lot of work before they can even think about grinding. As grinding is a difficult thing to do. It's not something that you can just buy the game and start doing. But the whole point that I'm making this video is to teach you guys how to casual hunt. Grinding is only 50% of what the Hunter Call of the Wild has to offer. What I'm doing right now is the other half. My gosh, I've never seen this many animals in Hirschfelden. This is insane. Now, I'm not saying that grinding isn't possible as a beginner player, but to people that start off at the game and only try to grind, 99% of the time, I see this a lot. Believe me, I've seen it in my Discord and my live stream chat. There's some people that don't even know how to casual hunt. Like, these maps are 10 square kilometers, probably more from one side to the other, and 90% of the time, they're just hunting one species. But anyways, like I was saying, 90% of the time, they realize as a beginner player grinding is dang near impossible, and they quit the game. That is not what we need in the Hunter Call of the Wild. If we want long updates from this point on, if we want a possible rework to the game for next-gen consoles, then we need players. And you guys may not notice it as the community, but, you know, as a content creator who's been doing this for 3 years, and I have friends who've been doing this for over 10 years, we actually pay attention to our community a lot. And the people that I see in my live stream chat that are just so discouraged, I'm quitting the game because I can't grind. 99% of the time, I'll ask them if they know what casual hunting is, or sometimes I'll say running and gunning. None of them ever respond. In my Discord server, it's kind of nice because I can have a full-blown conversation with them and try to talk them into it, but I needed to make this video today. For those of you guys that didn't know, the first Great One didn't come out until 2 years after the game released. So, what did we do in those first 2 years? Exactly what I'm doing right now. Pick a time of day. For me, I found a server at around 9 o'clock and just run in a random direction. It is so much fun. It's so relaxing. And that is what this game was built for. Before Great Ones even existed 2 years after release, that is what this game was built for. Grinding has taken over the beginner community so much. It's a good thing, yes, because they get to see what this game has to offer, but they're also missing half of what this game has to offer from the beginning. You know, there's so much that they're missing here. You know, you could have a super rare, for example, Fallow Deer out here in front of us, just chilling on our map right now. Or on your map, my bad. And you could go to grind them in Teotihuacan just because you were told that it's easier to grind one than to find one. Even though there could literally be an initial spawn on your map right now. It's highly unlikely, but it's definitely possible. And the fact that 90% of people wouldn't go and look for that super rare, like on their Hirschfelden map or something, and just try to go grind and spawn one, it's kind of heartbreaking to me because I've been playing this game since release. In fact, I didn't even know what Great Ones were until the Great One Fallow Deer was coming out. I believe it was that summer, maybe the summer before. It's been a few years, work with me. And I loved this game for years before. I always found it very, very challenging. But once I got into the community, I instantly started to learn about grinding, and I almost instantly got discouraged as well. Then I realized maybe I should just go hunt around, follow some of these tips and tricks that these videos are recommending for running and gunning. I got myself my first ever diamond. The YouTube short is still on my channel. My Red Deer and Quattro all the way back on PlayStation 4. And that was so rewarding for me. And I got to have that experience versus people that join the game, realize that they can't get a great one in an hour's worth of work, and quit. Now, I'm not saying everybody quits. There's a lot of people with really, really good work ethic out there that probably do manage to spawn a great one as a level 1 player. I don't know about level 1, but you get the point. Low level. Grinding is a challenge. There's no way around that statement. Grinding is a challenge. And as a beginner player, something that challenging is not what they need to have a good playing experience right off the bat. So that's what I'm going to kind of talk about for the beginner players here. Oh, hello there. Let's go ahead and yoink this road here. Even though it's just a doe, I don't care. It's not my map. Oh, there was a fallow out there. Just a little buck. Now that we've talked about the biggest issue with beginner players, I think I've pretty much covered everything that I want to say. We're just going to talk about the general player. If you're grinding, you love grinding. My goal here is not to make you hate grinding. I love grinding, and I've been playing this game for 8 years, as I mentioned. But I might just change your mind here in a few seconds on how you think about playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, to say this right off the bat, if you've been grinding, you like grinding, you're enjoying your grind, don't stop. Keep grinding. If that's the way you want to play the Hunter Call of the Wild, that's the beauty of this game. The game can be played in so many different ways. In fact, that's the point that I'm making this video, to open up other ways to play this game. It's not just grinding, But I cannot tell you the amount of people that I've seen in my live stream chat, in my Discord server, in my comments section. I'm 2,000 kills into my mule deer grind. I can't take this anymore. I'm about to quit the game. My friends, I'm going to stop walking. This is so important. Take a break. And I don't mean go set up for another grind. Chances are that'll just discourage you more. Pick a map, run in a random direction, and shoot everything that walks across your screen. Trust me, it is the most fun thing ever. You might not find a trophy every 10 seconds, but the name of the game isn't the Trophy Killer Call of the Wild. The name of the game is the Hunter Call of the Wild, my friends. You're hunting. You're not hunting a fenced-in ranch. You're out in the wilderness. I think this is technically supposed to be like state land or something. What do they always say? It's a reserve, a hunting reserve? I don't know. I'm an American. Work with me here. Not the smartest individual, but I'm smart enough to know this. I have to say, some of the hunts where I don't kill trophies are some of the best hunts. I'm serious. And some of the hunts where it takes me an hour to find anything interesting just running around, even if it's just a level 4 fallow, are some of the most rewarding and resetting hunts. Like, I'll get bored with a grind. 3 o'clock in the morning, you could find me running through Selzwiesen Park, just because I didn't feel like grinding that particular night. And the next day, I wake up the next morning and all I want to do is grind. I'm like, I didn't shoot any deer yesterday, feeling really, really motivated. I want to go grind. In some days, like this morning, I wanted to wake up and go for a casual hunt. Here I am, running through Hirschfelden. Everyone says it's the most difficult map in the game. I've literally just killed like 10 animals back to back. And I'm having a freaking blast, guys. So my point here is, if you're only Great One grinding, and you're enjoying it, you're still missing out on the other 50% of the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm not dissing on grinding in any way, shape, or form. I love grinding. I think it's amazing the trophies you can get from it. But mind you, if you're only grinding, you're missing out on so much, my friends. Everybody's map has trophies on it. No matter how hard you've hunted the map, there is a trophy on your map. And if you haven't casual hunted, you could be missing out on hundreds of diamonds. Literally hundreds if you hunt your maps hard enough. If you make this game your main game like I do, and like a lot of my friends do, and you hunt the crap out of your maps, you can find a lot of trophies. Trust me. Not just trophies, but you're missing out on so much. Like 90% of the people that grind use the same gun every day. My loadout changes on a daily basis. Like today we got with us the Velgrita 375. Yes, it does remain relatively similar. 7 to 9 rifle, 4 to 8 rifle. That's a 4 to 9, but today it's a 4 to 9. It's usually a 4 to 8. 2 to 7 in my class 1 rifle. Sometimes I'll bring a shotgun, sometimes I'll bring a 22. We're not going to get any credit for this, but I'm going to shoot this pheasant. Why? Because I want to. Looks like he needs another bullet. Come on, buddy, go down. Like I'm going to get credit for you anyways. Might as well send 3 into him. But you know, the little moments like that, shooting that pheasant 3 times, it's something you're not going to get if you're pheasant grinding, you know? 90% of the time with a pheasant grind, you're just shooting them out of the air. You got layout blinds and tents set up right on top of their zone, and, you know, this is much more realistic and a lot more fun. Not that grinding pheasants isn't fun, it's one of my favorite grinds, but, you know, this is hilarious. So yeah, I really hope I opened up your mind today, and this is definitely one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making in this game. A lot of them really can't help it, especially the beginner players. They join and they think grinding is the only thing you can do in this game. Literally, nobody even knew that you could find trophies by just running and gunning. It's crazy the amount of people that I see like that. Daily. It's not like a couple people a week, it's daily, my friends. And for my, you know, casual grinders, people who've been grinding for a few years, I'm not telling you to go quit all your grinds. I'm not going to quit my grinds, but take some time to just go play the game for what it was 2 years before a great one even existed. You know, play the game for what it was all the way back in 2009 before Call of the Wild even existed back on the Hunter Classic. There wasn't any great ones in the Hunter Classic. It was just running and gunning. The best thing you could find is a non-typical. Basically a great one, but you didn't grind for it. It's just a matter of walking up on it. Now again, I'm not saying that great ones ruin the game. I guarantee you someone's going to be clipping me saying this or something. No, that is not what I'm saying. I have 26 great ones. Clearly, I don't think they ruin the game. But I think that a lot of people in the community are missing a lot of what Call of the Wild has to offer. So on that note, thank you guys all so much for watching. I think I covered everything that I wanted to say in this video. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely go down there, hit that subscribe button, join the Squid Gang. 99% of the people that join my Discord community say we have the best and most friendly community in the Hunter Call of the Wild. So hey, if you want to join the Squid Gang, stick around. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. As always, my name is Squid, you guys are watching Squidster Outdoors, and we'll catch you guys in the next banger. Peace out, my friends.